Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today I want to update you on my pan palette 2026. I'm panning the I Heart Revolution Honey Bear eyeshadow palette, and it's this 9-pan palette. I will show you here how it was looking in the beginning, and I will show you here the update 1, and I will show you now how it's looking now. And like you can see, we don't have a new pan, but I think a little bit of more dips here and there. So I will just show you here on the side how it was looking like last time and now. And I will just tell you how many times I used every shade and just zoom you a little bit more on the shades, and let's just begin. So, and I just forgot, it's here and there I will show you some eye looks that I create in the past month, so that you can see how I am using them daily. And let's just start with the first shade. This is a shade I was not like focusing on, and I just used this one time this last month. I think I was just not focusing on it because I was more like using the other shimmers or trying the shade a little bit more, and it's a little bit too reddish for me. I think it's like really coppery and I don't love it, but I can use it here and there, and I think in the summertime I will like it a little bit more. So yeah, not really a big update here, but I have here a nice dip, but yeah, in total I used it now 11 times, because in the first update I used it 10 times, and now no, sorry. In the first update, I used it 9 times, and now I used it 2 times. So yeah, just to use this more, and in the beginning, 9, like I said, in the first update. So 11 uses altogether, and no pan. So the next shade is this pink one here, this cooler pink tone, and I hit it pan last update after 20 uses. And I used it one time more than 20, like 21 times last month. And this month I used it just 2 times because it's the only shade I have a pan in it. So it's like not a problem for me that I can get a little bit slower on this shade. Yeah. So I used it just 2 times this month. And now we have altogether 23 uses on this shade. So two uses is better than nothing, I think. So yeah, the full first row is like not a focus for me this month, and yeah, the last shade in the first row is this one here, and it's like not that different from these 3 here. And I used it 0 times this month, and it's the only shade I used just 0 times. So last time I used it 7 times. Sorry, I needed to count my numbers here. 7 times in the first update, and now 0, so no different here. Then let's just move to the second row, and this was a focus shade for me, but you can see there's no pan. I was hoping that I can hit pan maybe on this shade. I used it in the first month 15 times, and I used it now 14 times. So I used it altogether 29 times, this shade here, and no pan. So I hope I'm really close. It's looking like I'm really close, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 uses. I don't know, but it's like really close. And it's so funny because I hit pan on this after 20 uses, and I even used it sometimes as a blush. But here I don't have a pan after almost 30 uses, so I don't know. Maybe I'm light-handed and I don't use it that heavily, but maybe we have next month a pan in it. I hope really, and then maybe a bigger one, because the dip is like really showing in the middle. So yeah. Then the next shade is this pink one here, and I used it in the first month 10 times, and now in this month I used it 12 times, so 2 more uses than in the first month. So I used it totally 22 times. and no pan, but a nice dip. So the problem is, I think, because I'm not head panning on the shimmer shades so easily, I using a lot of the times my finger or a brush or on the lower lash line, so I use it in the different places, so I'm using all the time different brushes, and so the dip is like not like really forming, and they are like a little bit creamier on the side than the matte ones, so they are moving a little bit, and a little bit of hard pan here and there. The yellow goldy shade here is like really annoying with the hard pan, but we will move on to this shade in the next. But this one here is not like that annoying with the hard pan, but yeah, you can see like maybe a little bit of dip here in the middle. Yeah, so I hope maybe I can use it like again 10 or 15 times, and maybe we can have a pan then. So I like the shade. It's not like so reddish like the first one here, but I like it. Next shade is this yellowy goldish shimmer, and I don't love it really because it's like getting a lot of hard pan. I used it last time, let me just count, 8 times, and I used it this time 7 times, so in total 15 times, and I don't know. I don't know when I will hit pan on it, but I'm using it sometimes on my lower lash line because I don't like this yellowy, really yellowy look on me. Yeah, I don't know. 15 times is I think okay for 2 months progress, but I can pimp it maybe to 10 uses. And yeah, let's just move to this last row. This shade here is another one that I was not focusing because I was trying to hit pan on this one and was neglecting these two here, but I used this shade this month 3 times and in total 9 times because in the first month 6 times. So 9 times is I think not really a lot for 2 months, but like I said, I was focusing on this shade, and when I hit pan on this shade I can move on to the other brownish nude ones. So yeah, let's see, now let's move to my favorite shimmer. I think it's even my favorite shade in this palette. It's this one here. I like the look of it. It's not too yellowy or too reddish, and I used it in the first month just 7 times, and now I used it 6 times, so in total 13 times. And like you can see, there's no pan, but a really nice tip I think here. When I even dip with my finger on it, I can feel the dip in it. So yeah, I think 13 times is not that much, but it's okay, I think. So yeah, then now the last shade here, and it's like the darkest brown in this palette, and I used it in the first month 10 times, and now I used it 6 times, so a little bit less, because I have a lot of other brownish shades in my collection and I'm using them here and there. And I don't use dark shades that many times, because for neutral everyday shades I'm using a little bit color here and there, but like really muted. You can maybe see it in the looks. So because of this I have a light-handed, I think. And yeah, the uses is okay, I think, and I'm a little bit sad that I don't hit pan on the shade or even on this shimmer shade, but maybe we have next month 2 pans. Let's see, because this month is even a shorter one, and yeah, so like maybe 3.5 weeks progress and not like 4 weeks really. And let's just see the weight difference. And the first update, like I said, I lost the 2 weeks in the beginning because this plastic thing was broken, and after the two weeks I weighted it and it was like 126.68 grams, and the first update it was 126.49 grams, and now it's 126.30 grams, so just 0.19 grams difference, so not that much, but one shade is like, let's see, 1.1 grams, so I used like 20% from one shade together, maybe. It's like not that much, and I think, I don't know if this gram thing is really right, because you can see the progress, but it's like, yeah, maybe I need like 2 years to finish this palette. I was thinking maybe because it's a revolution, it's an easy one to pan, but let's see. I will not like get like sad about the grams, and maybe next month we have a lot of more difference. And I hope you enjoyed this update, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe.